What the fuck is up, Denny's? Alright, so today I thought I'd just go over some songs that I've been vibing to lately. Just a new idea for a possible series on this channel. Let me know down below if you guys vibe with any of the songs in this video or if it helped you discover any new music. Whatever it may be, because I always love sharing my opinions on music and stuff, in hopes that it'll connect to any of you guys out there. So I have a list in my phone of some songs that I've just been vibing to, I guess the last week kind of to month. Some of these songs are songs I've known for a while, but some songs I like to come back to, and I can get a new perspective on them, whatever it may be. So basically, let's just get started. First song I have in here is a big one recently. I discovered this about, I want to say like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and legit, it's actually, no, scratch that. I was in a car driving, I was in my car driving with some friends one day, and I heard this song on the low. I think I just had Spotify autoplay, which I'm not gonna lie, that's how I find a lot of the music I like, is just through Spotify autoplay. It introduces me to so many good artists. But I have a Last FM account, and I literally went all the way back through my Last FM account to this date to find a song. And this was months ago. When I heard the song on the low, and I just really wanted to know the name because I remembered, damn, this song was catchy. Not just catchy, but basically this song is called Lucky Enough by Jez DR. Now, this song's really dope. It kind of has a punk rocky kind of vibe. I can't describe it. Funny enough, I thought this song was released in 2020. I don't know why. I guess I thought because I heard it in 2020 that it was made in 2020. Turns out this EP, Euthanasia, okay, I'm not even in my basement. Why am I hearing window sounds? Basically, the EP this song is off of Euthanasia was released back in 2016. I don't know why I thought it was 2020. But the song is called Lucky Enough, and honestly, it's just it hits, man. Basically, the lyrical content is kind of blown up, I guess, in this rock star lifestyle. This rock star dream. It feels kind of coming to life, and losing all your shit, but at least you still have your guitar, at least you still have the ability to make music. It seems through the song, it's that's his, that's how he kind of can lift himself out of this place. Even if he loses everything, my guitar's still there, and lucky enough I can keep pursuing this. And it's just a really, again, the energy of the song I really like. It's a little bit dark, it's got that kind of honestly, this is 2016. I think this is kind of right before the rise, I feel of artists like Lil Peep, but kind of has that similar vibe, with mainly the kind of gritty guitar tones, and just the vocal style. I think the whole vibe of this track, everything comes together. The guitar tones work perfectly with the vocal tones. I love the energy of the drums in the chorus, and there's even some little plucky synths that get added into the second verse. I can't describe it. I wouldn't call plucky synths, but kind of I don't know what I'm saying, but basically this song is it's a masterpiece. I listened to this whole EP. In my opinion, this is still the best song on the EP. The EP was solid, but Lucky Enough is just it hits, man. And next is a song off of an album that I've fallen in love with pretty much. And this song is Holy Fucking Shit 40,000 by Have a Nice Life, off of Death Consciousness, which is at this point a classic. I feel an album that is really, there's a lot to unpack with this album. To be honest, I'm not the person to put it into words because I'm horrible with that, but I just picked one of these songs, Holy Fucking Shit 40,000, one of my favorites off of it, just to talk about, because not only does this song deserve recognition, but I think this whole album does. Basically, the song starts off very soft, with this slight acoustic guitar, and basically it's one of those songs, and this is why I love songs that really make you wait, for this big, grand, impact, right? They make you wait for this moment. Some people get impatient, and turn a song off after the first, however minutes in, or whatever it may be. And to those people I say, you're fucking missing out. I always recommend listening, when you start a song and it's long, listen to it until the very end, because it could surprise the hell out of you. And that was this song, man. I never thought it was boring when I started. It caught my attention right away. Starts with this kind of blimpy bloopy, kind of Mario sounding synth. The acoustic guitars come in, along with classic, Have a Nice Life vocals, which often you need to really look at like, I mean, as far as Have a Nice Life and, you know, this album, I think, you know, you gotta look up the lyrics to really get it. You know, I've tried to just listen to it by ear, but it's really hard. So, you know, those classic Have a Nice Life vocals. And I'd say as far as, you know, clarity and making out what the lyrics are saying, I mean, holy fucking shit, 40,000. I mean, I've compared to all the other songs on the album, and, you know, I love the mixing style of this album. I love the fucking, I can't describe it. Just this kind of like low pass, like, it's so hard to put. Like, it's just this, you know, when people complain about like a mix because it's muddy, you know, that's like this whole entire album, but it works so fucking well. Like, the muddy ass mixing is like, it's perfect. And like, this is just giving me like blushing over the fucking album, but like I don't know, I just respect so much, because I think they lost the high quality files for this album, and they had to, I think, like fetch like a lower quality version, and that ended up being the official album. I probably butchered that, but I think it was something like that. And holy fucking shit, 40,000, I believe the title of it has something to do with the suicide rate in America at the time. And I'm gonna research that later and correct it on the screen, because I do not want to get any information wrong. But this is a song that just explodes by the end of it, man. I mean, I'd say more about the lyrical content, but to be honest, I still need to look into the lyrical content a lot more, because I still, you know, I'm one of those people, like, you know, if a song catches my ear lyrically and instrumentally, that's the shit. I still have to look way more into the lyrics, because, again, this whole album has so much to unpack, and I'm not gonna act like I know everything about it when I don't. I'm still really new to this album, and even though I've listened to it like 6 times, I still need to like process it and read up on it a lot more. But by the end, you just get this explosion of, and probably like one of the most orgasmic like second halves to a song I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm not even shitting you. So first, you know, those heavy guitars come out, and I'm like, all right, and then there's like this hype, like the like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like this vocal that comes in, and like it just sends like chills down my spine. You know, it combined with this wall of sound with, you know, and so many songs on this album have like Earth Mover is another great example, and just, oh my god, man, like it just gives me chills. You know, this whole song does. You know, it's one of my favorites off this album, and many songs off this album could be, but like, whew, this is just one of those moments on the album that, like, you know, they didn't have to give you an eargasm, but like they gave you like a full-blown eargasm. It's beautiful. So that's that song. Probably spent way too much time talking about it. Gonna have to cut a bit of that out, but that's okay, because I really love that song. And again, you know, I really have to look into the lyrical matter a lot more, but just the, And next is a song for my boys, you know, my boys, Gleemer. Funny enough, their album Down Through, the one that came out last year, it's the one Gleemer album that I don't think I've ever really looked into too much, as far as like, you know, repeated listens. You know, Anymore and Moving Away are 2 albums that I do come back to pretty frequently. But I've heard Down Through all the way through a few times. But for some reason, nothing has really stuck yet. And I'm not gonna, you know, brush the whole album off, because, you know, I think I still have to listen to it, you know, a lot more to determine if it's really for me. Because the sound of this album, I'm talking about albums more than I'm talking about the songs. But, you know, the sound of this album is more laid back, I'd say, compared to their previous projects. The shoegazy guitar tones really get brought to the forefront. But basically, the song I chose from this album is Brushback. Basically, I think this is the first song on the album and one of the singles. But basically, it's pretty simple why I like this song. I mean, this is about to sound dumb, but like it just sounds really nice, dude. It's just one of those calming songs like that you can just like drive through the mountains to, or something like that, or just any place with, you know, a lot of scenery. You know, I mean, Colorado, where this band is from, I mean, would probably be perfect. But it's just, it's not my favorite Gleemer song by any means, but it's a song that like just makes you feel, I don't know, it just makes you feel hella relaxed. And I think that's what a lot of this album is, and that's why I have to digest it more. You know, because a lot of the songs on this album, you know, melody wise don't maybe stand out as much, but you know, I can appreciate that it's meant to be more of a dialed back listen. You know, Brushback growing on me makes me want to listen to this album more, because I feel like it can grow on me like Brushback did. Literally, man, it just sounds nice. Again, very shoegazy guitar tones, very nice guitar melodies, and you know, just the classic Gleemer lyrics about, you know, just, you know, missing someone on my neighbor's lawn. I want to see you home, you know, bitch, you moved away, what the fuck. Just you know, it's a nice sounding song. And you know, I think I just butchered the entire description of this song, but like, this is why you have to listen to it for yourself. Just know that I recommend it, and it's a song that I think has to grow on you, because again, you know, first few listens of Down Through, I'm not gonna lie, none of the songs really, I guess, like stuck with me. But re-listening to this one, I'd say it is a song that has, you know, stuck with me and has me coming back to it now. So yeah, Brush Back by Gleemer. Water. Another song from a pop duo that I haven't talked about much on this channel, but I've been heavily into these guys, I'd say like the past 8 months. And this group is Jack and Jack, and the song I chose to discuss is April Gloom. To be honest, this is nowhere near their like best song ever in my opinion. I'm just really vibing to it recently. But it's just a song that has this really, you know, spring feel. Like, you know, it's like when you listen to it, you know, you can feel like this song is literally called April Gloom. It feels like just, you know, a rainy environment would be, I mean, there's literally like a sample of rain in it, you know, at the end of it. It ends with this really nice, you know, guitar solo, just a nice, sweet little ending to the song. You know, a lot of this song is just, you know, kind of subtle flexing, you know, like
I think they jealous of my face.
Pop some of 60 grape on his face.
you know, it's very very flexy lyrics, but it's a very pimpin' vibe. But I think just the song, it works that in so well. It doesn't feel fake. It just feels like, hey, this is my lifestyle right now. I'm pimping. And I love the kind of running message throughout this, you know, this April Gloom is here to stay. You know, it's just something that kind of gets ingrained into your head, you know.
This April Gloom is here to stay.
It's really nice. And I love Jack G taking a more kind of hip-hop flow approach, you know, which he doesn't do much, you know, on this song, because he sounds really good doing it. Jack J providing some spicy verses as usual. And I think this is just a very good song that makes you just, you know, like, you know, you can move to and just be like, yeah, man, I'm
Swagging today.
And honestly, I think this whole group, Jack and Jack, I need to talk about them a lot more because I really love their music. I think they're really underrated. I mean, they haven't made music in a while together. But honestly, I think their album, A Good Friend Is Nice, gets overlooked because I think they are capable of writing some really good pop music. Two Cigarettes is probably one of my favorite like pop songs, you know, that I've listened to within the past year. It's just so well done. But you know, it's not about Two Cigarettes, it's about April Gloom. I recommend you check it out. It's a nice pimpin' song. Alright, the next song we have is called Slave to Perfection by One After None. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I know nothing about this artist. I came across this dude because of the fact that, you know, Spotify autoplay. And like, it's funny, I didn't pay attention to the song. Like, I think I was like a few seconds into the song, like the intro is playing, I was just zoned out. I was just having Spotify autoplay going. Then that kick hits in, the beat hits in, it's like, it literally like made me go, oh, okay, like I'll pay attention to you now, Mr. One After None. This dude sounds pretty young too. I think just like judging by you know, his voice and how it sounds, he sounds like a pretty young dude. But this song is it's pretty like, you know, the beat is pretty simple and shit. But god damn, dude, this song hits hard. The mixing, the kick is thumping. The mix is so good on this. And you know, the vocals kind of have this SoundCloud emo rappy kind of vibe, which I think is just, you know, it's pretty common nowadays. But you know, I think this dude has a lot of potential if he is a new artist. Basically, this song is kind of just about, you know, I mean, literally, it's in the title, you know, just chasing, you know, perfection. Like, you know, in the song, it says, you know, this girl, she's got to be running on 100, you know, in all aspects of his life. You know, he needs these things to, you know, be you know, to up a certain standard, you know, slave to perfection. Basically, the sentiment of the song being that awareness, you know, I'm a slave to this perfection. But really, the piano that goes throughout the song is really nice. I don't know if it's a sample or not, man, but that just with this simple, you know, trap kind of driven beat, it's really nice. And there's even a little bit of a hidden distorted guitar in there at the end, thrown into the mix. I personally wish it was more loud because I love it. I think as far as like the structuring of the song, it doesn't go into too many territories. You know, maybe you expect, you know, a giant chorus hit at some point. You know, the beat stays pretty stagnant throughout, but I think it works enough for this song. You know, I don't think it needs, you know, a crazy explosive chorus, even if I was a bit disappointed listening to this, you know, first listening, because I was maybe expecting a little bit more. But to be honest, the song, it goes hard, man. It really goes hard. To be honest, I still have to hear a lot more from this dude, but this song's pretty tight. And the next, actually last song we have is City of Thrills by Jack J. This is a song that I've been listening to for probably the past few months, I'm not gonna lie. And the reason this song's one of my favorites, I just really relate to the lyrics of the song. And Jack J is one half of Jack and Jack, actually. He's the rapper in the group, and his solo stuff is incredibly underrated, so I beg you check it out. Jack G's like stuff is popping off way more than J's. And I don't know why, like G ain't putting out bad material. Like you know, he's got some good songs, but you know, Pastel, the early days, is a project Jack J put out that kind of got overlooked in my opinion. And by the way, I'm still waiting for my Pastel CD, Jack. So if you're seeing this, time's kind of ticking, buddy. But basically, to me, this song is kind of just about getting caught up, and it's called City of Thrills, but it doesn't even have to exactly mean being caught up in the city life, if you will, or getting caught in the nightlife. It's just kind of losing yourself, losing your footing, in life in general, no matter what it be. In this song, Jack talks about, how, it's kind of getting involved into the nightlife, pills, the classic kind of LA life, escapism, if you will, and kind of that going into, full drive, this kind of being a realization, him saying in the song, finally, seeing his reflection in the eyes, it's been a minute, and kind of gaining control in his life again. And that's something I personally have really connected with. So I really love this song. I could see how, the chorus could be a little bit repetitive. City full of thrills in a city full of thrills in a city full of thrills in a city. For a minute. But I think it really works because, like, the repetition shows, like, kind of that loop of getting caught up, in this city of thrills, or, again, not even city, whatever this situation may be that you're kind of, looping in. And I think it works really well. And another thing I really have to shout out Jack J for, and just on this whole EP that this song is on, is the amount of singing. He's not primarily a vocalist. I know he's been putting a lot more practice into it within, recent times. But he sings on the song, we have to lose it all. And honestly, even if the vocal melody isn't, the craziest thing, it is kind of a slow point in the song. It's like, all right, I think it's thrown in there maybe a bit too many times, but I'm not complaining because I have a lot of respect for Jack J, for, being a vocalist, on his song, and singing it, because I know he's put a lot of work into. Again, lyrically, I think this song is just beautiful. I love the lyric, why they call it City of Angels, I ain't seen one in weeks. I mean, I think his flow, the lyricism, he pinpoints exactly what this feeling is like. Again, with his singing bit, maybe it drags on a bit too much, like at the end maybe it gets repeated too much a little bit. But to be honest, I don't really have a problem with that, because I have a lot of respect for the song, and I dig it. But I think that's all I'm gonna cover today as far as songs. I had another song on here, but to be honest, I haven't listened to it enough to really say anything. Like, what am I gonna say? It just sounds nice. I at least want to know what I'm talking about a little bit, with some of these songs, even if some of them I haven't looked too in depth into. I just want to spread the knowledge that these are some songs I've been enjoying at the moment, and they're kind of all over the place in terms of genre and taste. But if you do listen to one of these songs, or even if you know one of these songs already, let me know what you think. Let me know if I helped you discover any new music, and let me know if you want more of these videos of just me talking about songs I enjoy, albums I enjoy, or just music in general, because it's something I feel very passionate about, and I love finding people who have a similar taste to moi. So that's it. So yeah, I'll leave the usual social media shit down below that I'm dead on at the moment. But if you want to drop me a follow, I mean, you can go for it. Feel free to subscribe. All the classic YouTube stuff. I think I got it out of the way. I have no merch to plug because I got 9 subs. But I really appreciate everyone who does come across these videos. If you watch them, enjoy them. Thank you a lot, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.